Nothing. Hello. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Indigo's Oracle on YouTube. I'm working on Spiritual Psychics TV. I'm here most Mondays, 3:45. I say that because next week is my last week till into January because I'm having a bit of a break. I have a bit of a, I don't know that it's a spiritual sabbatical, but I have a bit of a break from my spiritual work in December. So I'd just like to first of all say thank you to all the patrons that are being listed down below. I'm hoping that's making, yeah, we're there, just there. So yeah. So I just want to say thank you to all the patrons. They're all in alphabetical order. Obviously, no one is more important than anyone else, but please, every pound helps to support Spiritual Psychics TV and allow us to work on here, spreading the love. And as I'm talking about spreading the love, I actually have an original art piece by myself behind me, which is actually Heart Chakra. Because for some reason today I couldn't find my wings. So maybe there's a reason behind that. Maybe we just needed a different colour on the screen. I'm not sure. You can see the hearts in the leaves that were drawn, and you can see all the energy that's bouncing off in the green. That's lovely healing energy. The purple and the blue in the corner that's over this side is about communication and psychic and sort of being in tune with yourself, and you can see the rest for itself. It's quite self-explanatory. So first of all, I would like to say that as we get closer and closer to Christmas, bear in mind I've got a Christmas t-shirt on. I don't normally do such things, but I do have a couple of outfits I wear around Christmas time. You'll see my most favourite one next week. But as we're getting nearer to Christmas, things are becoming a bit more real. That it's 2020. Let's see it as just something different, folks. Let's not see it as something terrible, because the more we put these words into our mind that life is terrible, nothing's going well, oh my gosh, it's a disaster, well, you're manifesting that into your world. So I don't want to encourage that. I want to encourage you manifesting the understanding of gratitude. And this is what we're going to work with today. So I've got a brand new deck. I've literally just, as you were talking, as you were watching the stream on the line, unwrap them. There you go. I'll get my words out in a minute. I'd love to say good morning to some people, and please, it's afternoon. Oh my gosh, my head is somewhere else. Good afternoon to some people. And just to show you it's live, I am broadcasting from Bristol. So that's in the United Kingdom. If you'd like to become a patron, there's information on the screen there to become a patron. From £1 a month really helps us. Every single psychic and medium and healer and person of wisdom and wise understandings, ancient ways, all these different people who work on here all work for the greater good, and we're not for profit, we're for the people. So obviously we have our own businesses and we welcome private readings. We also welcome students, but please just message me if that's of interest with myself or obviously the other people who work on Spiritual Psychics TV also. Yeah, so have we got any names that I can say hello to this afternoon to, rather than this morning? Hello, Indigo, just popped on to show you some love. Hi, Sahira, lovely to see you here. Thank you so, so much. On that note, to show some love, could you just invite your beloveds that maybe need a little bit of support and a bit of love here? Cheryl Benderak, thank you very much. I hope you're well and enjoy your time off. I certainly will. It's very much a family time. Yes. Beautiful painting. Thank you. It lives in America. It's with my dear friend Sun Raven. She brought all my chakra paintings. Good afternoon. Lovely to see you here. These things will be happening more in the future. More in the future. Okay. So as I'm working with the person who just came past, it's before tomorrow, I'm not going to read a card, but I just want to give a message to her. So if we can go backwards, and I will say good evening after, good evening. What is my brain doing? Good afternoon. But if we can go backwards, if possible. Just after Cheryl. No, after that. Yeah, be Christine Davies. I want to tell you that someone in spirit just whispered to me, no use crying over spilt milk. You'll know who this person is. That's why they made me throw the cards on the floor. They just wanted to get my attention so I could listen. So Christine Davis, there's something going on that's not worked out, something that's not gone the way you wanted it to, but they're just saying find a way to fix it or find a way of a solution. Don't focus into the problem any further. All right, thank you very much, darling. I'm going to move on and say good afternoon to some people. So you can follow us on Instagram, Spiritual Psychics TV. I've also got at Indigo's Oracle on Instagram if you want to follow me as well, Spiritual Psychics. Excellent. Hello, Kelly McKeating. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see you. Hope you're all keeping well and keeping warm. It's got really cold, isn't it? But the good thing about getting really cold is we can get our hot chocolate and our brandy out, which is my preference. But we can get all sorts of lovely things out that just warm us inside. So sometimes it's just sitting by a fire. Hello, Colour, Nature and Energy Healing. Hello, Offer. Lovely to be here. Thank you. Hi, Lynn Taylor. Hi, Indigo and everyone. It's lovely to see you here. So I want to start actually. So I'm going to start with Lynn because this card dropped as I was fiddling with them. Now I've never seen these cards before, so they're new for me as well as new for you. Okay, I'm just going to hold it there for you. So the message is for who? It's for Lynn Taylor. So we've got boggles in the equipment. If you don't know what a boggle is, have a little Google. It might make you laugh. You put some milk and honey out for them. Apparently they like that. Anyway, gratitude helps you to fall in love with the life you have already. Now, I've got to be a bit careful with this card because it's green. If I pull it too far forward or too far back, oh, it's working. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because before it was disappearing. There you go. It disappeared then. But if I put it too far forward or too far back, it's like I get out of sight. So everything has reason to it in a reading. So I want to say to you, it's about being in the present. I want to say to you, it's about being in this moment. I want to bring you the idea of a gratitude list. Now, you can either do a jar where you put every single day either one or a few more notes of why you're grateful, of your life, of your experience of this existence. It might be that you're grateful because you can taste something you've woken up to. It might be grateful that someone you never knew started a friendship with you or started talking to you. It might be grateful that someone on Facebook shared a picture that really made you feel warmth inside. So it's the smallest little things we can be grateful for. The other thing we can do is, as well as this jar, because there is a reason for the jar, and I'll explain that in a moment. But the other thing you can do is you can do a visualization board of gratitude. So you can get magazines, you can get your own like pens, you can draw your own images, and you can just put, I'm grateful for the food I have. I'm grateful that I can use internet technology to connect with people, whatever you want. You could be grateful just for opening your eyes. It's so simple. Now with the gratitude jar, what you would do is you put in a certain, like every day you put in at least one little note, preferably more if you feel that suits you. But then what you would do is next year, when you finished your jar, instead of putting in more notes, which you can do, you take out the notes and read what you were grateful for the year before. And it will just bring this further gratitude in to you. Your favorite color is green. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Green is the heart chakra energy. So sorry, I'm on opposite sides. See, it's the green in the heart chakra behind me. And it's just saying that it's all about accepting what's going on, accepting the life you now live, but finding a way that you can still follow your passions and follow, it's not like your heart's desire, because I feel that you want to go traveling. I feel that like the sunshine is really calling you, but they're just saying be grateful for what you have here. So the spiritual practice that this card is offering, as I said, they're brand new to me. I feel so grateful for all I have experienced in my life thus far. For every success is a moment of joy and every failure is a lesson. Now, I would reword this because I'm really not keen on the word failure. Yes, you could pass or you could fail an exam, but are you really a failure, or are you someone who's still in the process of retaking that exam? Are you someone who's learned the lessons they needed to learn and didn't need the qualifications? There's so many aspects of it, and I feel that success is so differently measured. Now, I had this conversation with my employer actually at work, and she said that for her, success is having a big team of staff. It's like having lots of money. It's like having lots of property, not necessarily great, like expensive things, but certainly money was very, very involved. I said to her, my idea of success is reaching people. So for me, I've got great admiration for people who do charity work to support those that don't have what they need in life, far more than I have respect for people who run big business, and far more admiration for that energy. So this is why I want to bring to you, Lynn, because it's bringing to me the idea that someone around you is projecting their idea of success into your world. And I want you to consider what success is for you. For some people, especially people with chronic health issues, actually just getting through the day and having 3 meals and having a wash and speaking to a person is a successful endeavor. So we must never judge our success against what other people experience or other people expect. Manage your expectations. Know that for you, success might be just getting to the end of the week and actually speaking to one person on the phone. It might be getting to the end of the week and having done your washing up for that entire week on one day. It doesn't matter what it is, but measure your success yourself and just start praising yourself for the little things you do and not worrying so into for the big things. Hope that made sense for you, Lynn. Thank you so much for working with me. So I'd love to know what you're up to. How is things going? Yes, that's me getting through the day. I'm really glad, Lynn. And anyone, I know this is a difficult time. We're all being very much made aware that life isn't normal. We're all being made aware that, you know, we have barriers, we have things keeping us apart from our loved ones. But let's just share that support for each other far and wide, because it's really, really important. This is a worldwide thing, folks. This is not a localized situation. Okay, thank you very, very much. Thank you for working with me, Lynn. Hello, greetings from Croatia. Nina is my nickname. I had a weird feeling about ordering my first crystals from an online web shop. Should I order them? Okay, darling, thank you so much for coming on and asking me a question. It's really lovely when people interact. For one, I would say always go with your intuition. If your gut feeling is that you want to be in a situation where you've got the crystals in front of you and you want to feel that connection, I would say just wait. Depends on how desperate you are for those crystals. If you're about to do a course on crystals, then you really kind of need those crystals to work with personally. I believe your intuition and your gut instinct is your best guide. The thing with buying online is unless you go to a supplier that individually shows you the stone, which some do. I believe Mr. Producer had someone wonderful on here who was showing all their individual stones. Then you can choose by the way it looks, by the way you connect energetically. Now you can trust also your guides and your guidance that whatever's coming your way is the right thing, but it has to have a connection with you. So if you're looking at ordering them because they're beautiful and you just want them as pretty objects, I would say just if you need them, if you want them for pretty objects, go for it. If you're really wanting to work with these and your gut instinct in your stomach, in your solar plexus area is saying, not sure, I would hold back. I would hold back. Are you ordering them online through impatience, or are you ordering them online through desire, or are you ordering them online for a need? You can always contact the person you're buying them from, and depending on how they operate their business, they may well send you a picture of the individual crystals or the individual pieces. And the final thing you could do, if you really don't feel right to make that decision, is dowse with a pendulum, or you can dowse with energy, folks. So as you're building chi, so you can build chi within your hands by rubbing your hands, and it'll build up a warmth and it'll build up a spiritual energy. And then when you open your hands and really, really slowly close them, you can feel that resistance, okay? That's the chi energy. When we get to a certain point, so different people will have different point where the resistance is very strong. Then what I would do is I would ask my spiritual team to show me what's yes, what's no. See, one will be really flat, one will be really strong energy. And then you ask the question. Same you can do with the pendulum as well. Okay. I'd like to give you a card as well, my darling. So it's Spanina. So have a peaceful mind and a grateful heart is coming up for you. Okay. If you're not sure, darling, you've answered your own question. But I would say that's your resistance rather than the actual crystals. Could be that the crystals are colour enhanced. It could be that they're covered in wax. It could be so many different things. Virtually, so I've got a degree in silversmithing and jewellery. I know a lot about gemstones. Virtually all of them are colour enhanced or dyed. So you can't even really put that judgment on them. It's a case of you making your own judgment. If you're saying I'm not sure in a conversation, I would say cancel the order. Okay. And maybe go with someone that you know personally, or connect into people who will maybe give you more information before you make that decision. Also, the other thing is really, really important. Do not put yourself in financial hardship for pieces of rock, please, guys, because I've seen it so many times. It can be addictive, just like card buying can be addictive. And we have to really be aware that sometimes these things can wait. Sometimes these things can wait. Now, I know that my card keeps disappearing because of my green screen, but really interestingly, it's showing the spiral. Now, the spiral is actually tattooed on my finger. And for me, it's the symbol of Great Spirit. It's the symbol of the almighty energy, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it God myself, but it's the symbol of like everything that holds everything together. And it's just saying have a peaceful mind and a grateful heart. So we want you to meditate, darling. We want you to calm that mind, calm those worries. There's a lot you're projecting from inside to your outside of your life. So if you want life to be more peaceful, you need to be more peaceful inside. So you need to get yourself away from the things that are causing you disharmony, whether that's watching the news, interacting on Facebook and people, or YouTube, and people are being like less harmonious. Just consider that. So your gratitude spiritual practice for today is to say, thank you for helping me to discover true peace this year. I am so grateful to you because, and thank you also for. So I'm not going to tell you who to fill in these blanks because you have your own spiritual practice, but it's about saying thank you for helping me to discover true peace this year. I am so grateful to you because, and thank you also for. So it's like being grateful for something, but also finding another thing to thank. So it's looking on the positive side of life, and really, you know, if you're not feeling right about something, if you're an empath or if you're an energy worker, that should be a sure indication that things aren't quite right for you. Doesn't mean that those crystal stones have got demons, bad energy and anything like that, because that's just not happening. It's just saying that for whatever reason in your timeline, these stones are not quite right for you right this moment. All right, lots of love there. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. So those who've joined, I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant. It's lovely to have you here on Spiritual Psychics TV. Behind you is, behind you, that's interesting. Behind me is an inspirational piece of art, which I did many years ago, depicting the heart chakra. So I hope it all reaches you. I hope it really helps balance that energy of disharmony, of fear, of lack, all those things we're collectively feeling right at this moment. And I just hope it brings you a bit of peace and a bit of relaxation. So I do intuitive drawings. They're called personal power portraits. This one was connecting to the heart chakra. So I hope you enjoy it. How are you today? I've had a really amazing day. I started my morning with my students doing automatic writing. We had a wonderful experience. And the really lovely thing was that I wasn't ever certain whether you could do it in the daylight, because we're so used to doing these things in night, in serene situations, and absolutely it works 100%, because our spiritual team will never ever let us down in that way. So I'm going to work with Chrissy Tink, because she's just come up. Hello, Terry. I'm very well, thank you. So this is for Chrissy Tink. To attract greatness is to believe you deserve it and to thank those who deliver it, Chrissy Tink. Now I'm going to read into it after I've given you the spiritual practice, because this is my guidance right now. So I'm grateful for the opportunities that have been granted to me, such as I trust the universe will deliver everything I need at the right time, and I'm appreciative for that. So some of you have seen the film The Secret. If you haven't, I recommend watching it, but do understand it's one point of view of an aspect of gratitude. So please be open-minded with it. But I've taken some of it on board. I haven't taken all of it on board. What I do know is when you're grateful for what you haven't actually received already. So it's almost like, you know, you have two types of children at Christmas. You have the children who are like, and I'm not being judgmental on the children, I'm being literal. But you have children who are like, I don't care what I get. All I want is my family, and I'd love a gift. That would be lovely. Yeah. And then you have the children that have this massive list of requirements, which is just personality types. There's no judgment. But what I'm trying to say is those children who have an open heart and an open mind and just grateful for whatever they're getting, they're already, before they've even been open that present, before they've even been given that present, in this place of gratitude, of thanks, of just feeling that magic of wonder, that magic of awe. And those children who have this big list of requirements, if they open their present and it's only one of the requirements, they may not, because they're not in this state of gratitude already, even though they're receiving that thing they've asked for, they may not actually appreciate what they're being given, because they're already thinking about what they want next on the list. So what I want you to do is, I would like you, Chrissy, to think into 2021. What do I want my life? What do I want to manifest? What beautiful things can happen? And I will tell you, there was a time back in my life, I think in 2016, 2017, I was manifesting so hard to go step into my true role as a spiritual advisor, as a psychic, as a medium, in a public format. And I used to say to myself, to my mirror, I'm the great and all powerful Indigo. And it's just like Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz did it so his audience would believe that he was the great and powerful Oz. I did it so I could believe in myself. So I want to bring this to your table, Chrissy. And I also want you to really be grateful for everything that's coming your way that isn't here yet, and not hold on to that fear of it's not working, it's not coming. But it's like, if you send out to the universe, just thank you, I'm where I want to be, because I feel that there's a career change with you in the new year. And I do feel that you want to go up. You're someone who always striving to get better in what they do. And you're very studious. You're very good at writing things down, taking in information, holding in information. Not everyone can do this. I can't hold in information for the life of me. But what I want to do is just put you in that place of gratitude and being grateful for the opportunities being granted to me. What do you want coming into your world in 2021? Write this down and just know that these things can happen. If anyone is interested, I'm doing a lesson in manifestation coming up, but it is a private lesson. So that's something I've worked for many, many years, especially with angelic manifestation. So thank you for being here, Chrissy. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being on Spiritual Psychics TV with us. Thank you. All right, so just say hello to some people who have joined. I hope my heart chakra behind me is reaching you. Hi, Neelam, lovely to see you here. Okay, so we'll just run through the comments and see who's here, please. I'm not... Wonderful thing to do. And my friend I was with so I was hugging trees pretty much at the weekend, and my friend that I was with, we were saying, like, isn't this beautiful? It's far more beautiful than the TV, just being in a spooky woods. It was wonderful. And it's so close to my door, and I don't think I've ever been there. It's pretty awful, really. It's one of the things to think about, isn't it? What you have on your doorstep. But it's a case of trees hold memories, and someone she knew of, a psychic, actually tapped into a tree's memory to solve a murder. So I thought that was amazing. The other thing I thought was amazing is she said that there's a person or a group, I'm not sure who they are, who have discovered a way of tapping into the biorhythms of plants, including trees. And I looked up the tool. Unfortunately, it's a bit out my price range, but there's a tool that you can listen to them, and I'd love to hear that. That would be really, really thrilling, just to sit in the woods quietly and listen to the sound of what the trees are saying. And on top of that, you've got mycelium that's underneath the ground, which is mushroom or fungi. And that is everywhere, and that communicates all the time. So if you want to go on a bit of a rabbit dive into a hole, check out mycelium. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hello, Melissa O. I'd like to read for Melissa O. I really like her little face there. Probably can read for most people here because got a few on here. So Melissa O, please. And do please click the bell icon to switch on your notifications of when we are broadcasting live. So we've got for you lovely, lovely purple maroony colour, which I know is really connected to you. I know that's a colour you feel really connected to. To all that's been, I say thank you. And all that's yet to come, I say yes. Okay. So there's been some experiences in your life that you'd rather forget, but know that if you hadn't have been through those experiences, you wouldn't be where you are right now. Now, I think this is probably true to most of us. One day, maybe I'll share some of my sort of back history. Not today. I don't feel like doing so today. But know that we go through things, we go through feelings, we go through experiences. So not only can we develop ourselves as a human being and a spiritual inside with our human shell, but also so we can help other people. And I feel this is really important for you to understand. So whatever you've been through, whatever, someone once taught me the idea of teachers and tyrants, okay? So people who upset us, people who cause disharmony are tyrants, but there's a teaching within the tyranny. So I'm not saying that we should suffer, because that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that we can learn how to be kinder to ourselves. We can learn our own boundaries. We can learn how we want to shape our world. And it's really, really important, because I want to bring you that feeling of your own self-esteem and your own strength, your own private personal strength, because I know you've got that going on. So I want you to, instead of worrying about where you came from and the demons, and I don't mean that in physical demons, because I don't actually subscribe to those, but we'll go into another discussion with that another day. But your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own energy print of the past that kind of gives you a bit of disharmony, let go of it and just say thank you for getting me where I am right now. Okay. Going forward, coming into February especially, there's going to be doors opening for you, because they're showing me the snowdrop, and the snowdrop's about in bulk, which is the beginning of February. So they're showing a door opening for you, and what they're saying is it's about taking this opportunity to step up, Melissa. Can I ask, are you training as a medium yourself, Melissa? Can you let me know, or a reader yourself? I'd really, really like to know. Because I know you do some kind of energy work, and I don't know whether you've launched it or whether you do it privately. Could you let me know in the comments? That would be wonderful. And it's just, and all that's yet to come, I say yes. So I'm not saying say yes without concern of your well-being and your safety. That's not what we're talking about. But we are talking about stepping up. We are talking about stepping forward, showing the world what you've got to offer, whatever that may be, because I haven't seen your comment quite yet. And just knowing that this is going to be good for you. I'm going to read this as you comment. If you could let me know if you're training as a psychic or a medium, or if you're already doing that work, I'd appreciate it, because I feel there's something I want to add on to that message. Okay. Reiki course in 2 weeks. So yeah, in February, someone's going to give you an offer to stand up and show the world what you can do. You must do it. Okay. You must do it with trust. Now, with your open circle, I'm going to start one next year myself. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because it's a really good way of developing, But also understand you must stay in your own power. So you mustn't, if you're ever with a teacher that tries to mold you into a shape of them, I would suggest looking somewhere else. So I just want to give that to you, because that's important for everyone who's watching, not necessarily Melissa O, but I just need to say that. But I also want to say that we can feel like we're not getting anywhere, but actually an open circle is a very, very good way of developing. And Reiki itself is energy work. It's all energy work we do. So I just want to say about standing up, showing the world, being proud of what you're learning, proud of who you're becoming, and just enjoy that journey. I want to give you this gratitude for spiritual practice, please. I'm proud of all that I have manifested for myself this year. I am on my way to fulfilling my dreams and ultimate divine potential. And I'm so excited for what the universe has in store for me next. There you go, Melissa. Thank you for working with me. Hi, Alison. Be nice seeing cake. I've got Christmas pudding on my telly. On my tummy. Oh, yeah, we started on mulled wine and mince pies already. We were holding back. We put the Christmas tree up on Saturday, so little one's happy. Little Starseed's really happy. She's very good at Christmas. Yeah, she just loves the colour and the pattern, and yeah, she's very, very calm, which is nice. Because it's difficult, you know, we're not doing all the Santa trains and things she normally does, so, but we have got a few surprises up our sleeves. Because anyone who's local, Longleat, are still doing their lights in the evening, so I'm definitely going to go there. It's from a place that's got the name like a bird with purple and green feathers. Can order it online, Ruth. They're going, yeah. It was in the sale. You can order it online, Ruth. I think including postage, because it was in the sale, it was about £12, but I think it's very nice. So yeah. Yes, I'm mixed opinions about that situation. Mixed opinions. It's like when BHS went. It's like, yeah. Well, it's very much a shame for the workers, but I would put this question to the situation of maybe those workers could do far better things than be in that hamster wheel, possibly. It's a very trapped. I worked in retail for quite a number of years, and once you're in it, it's very hard to move on. It kind of sucks you in a little bit, and then you kind of end up with your you can end up with your life being kind of taken over by a shop. But yeah, I was manager for many years, so I know that score. But I just think things are really changing. Like the high street's changing, the way people shop's changing. Lots of things are changing, and we're kind of it's a dawn of change. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. But I'm not going to say that on the broadcast. Hello, lovelies. I love your drawing as the background. Thank you. I couldn't find the wings today, so I put it up. Maybe I'll choose a different drawing every week. That'd be quite nice for you, wouldn't it? We could see something different, because I've done loads, absolutely loads of them. So I'd like to read for the lady who just came up. Now I do know her name because I've known her for a long time, but I can't think. Thank you. I've been wondering on the, oh, sorry, can you go back again? So Jessica, I'll read for. Thank you. I've been wondering on the right, if I'm on the right course of mediumship. I appreciate your message for me. What I would say, Melissa, with mediumship is my first advice is step out and allow the spirit to step in. So you must sort of not dissociate as in well, I do disappear when I work, so but it's important that you don't overthink, because it's like right now I'm being given the taste of humbugs. Okay, I'm drinking tea. I've got no idea where the humbugs are coming from. It'll be something connected to you, but they're giving this as a lesson for you. I have to give, even though I'm drinking tea, I have to give you that I'm tasting humbugs, and it's important to pass that message on. So if I was in, which I'm not very logical, I've got to be honest, but if I was in a logical mindset, I would be thinking, but I'm drinking tea, that's ridiculous. How can I taste humbugs? So that's my first advice. Second advice, well, I've already said about teachers. Anyone who tries to clone you into them, I would move away from them. Third advice is it takes a long time. It's not a short journey. So if you feel that like after 12 months or 18 months, you still can't hear, sense, spirit like you want to, you have to persevere, because the thing that will get you there is patience, practice, perseverance, and professionalism. And I put professionalism in because I think it's really important with mediumship, especially. Because we're working with feelings that are very raw, we're working with people's emotions, and we're connecting people to people they may have not even spent any time with. It could well be a grandfather they knew of but never ever met. So we've got to be very, very protective of that sacred space and how we work. But no, it's a journey. It's not quick. It took me, I think, 8 years till I could hear. So that's because myself was getting in the way, and other people might have it quicker, but it's, you know, you have different senses. The sense of clear sense of taste and smell, which I get now, was only 3 years ago that started. As you develop with your team and as you work hard, you will be rewarded, and you will see that. Things will change, and I will go to Jessica. Things will change, and they will take away your clear sight, and they will bring you in clear hearing. Do not feel that you won't have that clear sight again, but Spirit World are training you as well as your teacher. All right, lots of love there, Melissa. So if I can go back to Jessica, that will be lovely. Thank you for that. I love marzipan, but it's got to be the right ratio. Got to be the right ratio. We were talking about this on Saturday. It can't be half marzipan and half icing. It needs to be less marzipan, more icing. And hard icing. Yeah, but you don't eat sugar, so it's like kryptonite to you, isn't it? I eat sugar. Not in my tea. I gave it up after, oh, what, 35 years. And when I was a student, I used to have 15 cups of tea a day with 2 sugars in. Figure that out. It's terrible, isn't it? And then I drink 6 pints of beer overnight. So I don't know how. Well, I just kept running around and dancing. Metabolism. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We don't worry about that. All right, Jessica Reeves, here we go. We're going to stop talking about food now because you're making me hungry. I love stollen. If anyone wants to talk about stollen, I love stollen. I homemade one year. Cost me about £15 in ingredients. It was incredible. In fact, I'm going to make one this year because my Christmas is not panning out as I wanted it to. So I'll make a stollen. And I'll put some photos up because it's incredible. It's got marzipan in it, but it's almond paste. Same but different. Wonderful. Anyway, it's one of my favourites. Let's get back to work, shall we? See the beauty in your everyday life, Jessica. Okay. So I want to take you, Jessica, on walks outside. I want you to wrap you up all warm. And I want you to take a camera or a camera phone. And I want you to photograph things in nature that inspire you. On top of this photographing things that inspire you, and I'm being really bossy here because this is what my guides are saying, and I feel it's your guides as well. I want you to share with your loved ones, share with your friends, share with remote strangers, whoever you choose. But I want you to share on social media this picture, the picture you choose from that day, and a little sentence. So it might just be, aren't the trees looking beautiful? Isn't the sun glorious today? It might be inspired from spirit. It might be poetry. It might be song lyrics. But I want you to do this as a daily practice because I really feel that it will bring your world up. Because at the moment, there's very much a feeling around you, Jessica, that everything's a bit, I don't know if it's doom and gloom, but it just feels like there's a lot of angst people around you. There's a lot of fear around you. There's a lot of people around you that are seeing the glass as half empty. Now, my employer's doing a science degree, and she's actually got a notebook, which is brilliant because it says technically the glass is always full because half of it is gas and half of it is liquid. So I think that's a wonderful analogy, and it's a really wonderful way of looking at life. My paintings have been multiple I feel drawn to take pictures too. My paintings have been multiple every day. So I want to bring this to you. So if you're already receiving this information, Jessica, it's just your guides giving you background sort of nudge of you're doing the good thing. You're doing the good thing. But I just feel that this is going to roll into something. And I feel stuck energy around you. Absolutely. But you have that glowing light around you, Jessica, and you can just disperse that energy. Focus in on your creativity. If you do what spirits say with these photographs and these words, I can see by the time you got 52 of them or 54 of them or however many number you want to choose, because those are standard numbers, I can see you making an oracle deck from them. And I would like to encourage you doing this because I just feel that you need to have something that's your own, and you need to have something that's your own to work with, because the feeling I get is that you've got so many cards and so many tools, but nothing feels quite right. And it's because it's not come from your heart, Jessica. Okay, so I'm going to give you your spiritual practice today. Today, I'm grateful for the air I breathe, for keeping me alive. Another reason to be grateful today is... And I'd like you to consider doing that every day if you can, okay? Maybe the picture could be what you're grateful for. It doesn't need to be in words. So maybe every day you take a picture, one word, one sentence, whatever you feel drawn to write with it, and post it up and share it. Yeah? Which one? Oh, you mean so many tools. Which one? Make your own. Make your own. I will be making my own Oracle deck with my inspired drawing. That's one of the things I'll be doing next year. So watch that space. But you can do it. There's many different companies, not particularly cheap. So if you're going to do it as a seller, it's not an easy thing to do. But if you're going to do it for your own benefit, which I will do as well, with an option of people buying it, then it's a wonderful thing to do. But it's not a get rich quick scheme, just to make that clear. Lovely. I'd love you to share it on Worldwide Spiritual Friends. If you're not a member already, Jessica, please do become one. And if you want to send it to my inbox, I'd love to see that every day as well. I've got another lady who had some serious health issues last year, and she sends me a thought for the day every morning, and it's just so lovely to wake to, so lovely to wake to. But I just want to I just want to bring lots of inspiration to you and make something your baby. You need to achieve something. You need to have something physical in your hand that makes you feel that you've done something. Okay, and I know you do lots, but this is the physical thing is important right now. Thank you very much, Jessica. Thank you. So anyone's welcome to that group. It's a place where people can share their work and their art and their poetry and their thoughts and their feelings and all those sort of things. Lovely. So take a look at our Twitter page at Spirit PTV. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I've used it once. Good afternoon, Daniela. Lovely to be here. Thank you for being here. Yes, I can take all of that. Thank you very much. I really look forward to seeing this. I'm excited for you. I'm really excited for you. Hi, Indigo. Hi, Michelle. This is my heart chakra energy painting that I did many years ago. It actually lives in America. I think it's in Utah or Idaho. Can't remember. But they've all been posted off to America. Thank you for the message. That's really kind of you. Okay. So I hope you're all keeping well. Those of you who are watching on replay, I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant and I'm working here for Spiritual Psychics TV. We have such a wonderful range of shows. Oh my gosh, that's naughty, but you're right. Oh yeah, well I put alcohol in everything at Christmas. That's part of the reason I shut down, because I won't be set. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, we have got a big list. Yeah, I like brandy. I like brandy. I like brandy in my Christmas pudding. I like champagne in my Christmas pudding. I like Grand Marnier in my Christmas pudding. I like Cointreau in my Christmas pudding. I like everything in my Christmas pudding. Oh, lovely. All right, let's go for Neelam. Okay. So give thanks for a little and you will find a lot. Okay. So my spirit team are taking me to a memory of showing my daughter how you can collect abundance. Now, my daughter is 10 years old, soon to be 11. She's 11 in January. And randomly, we taught her from a young age to say sorry to inanimate objects. We taught her to share everything, which is quite horrible when they're eating those horrible toddler snacks. But we shared everything to bring into her the feeling of appreciation, respect, sharing. And the last thing, I mean, there was many things we did with her, but one of the main things we did was I showed her that when I find a penny, I pick it up. And when I find a penny, I pick up. Now, in this day and age, obviously, we've got to be careful. We've got to make sure we have our hand gel. We've got to make sure we're sanitized, be really sensible about it. but I collect my pennies in a little cauldron downstairs, and my daughter's now got her own cauldron that I've brought her for her pennies. And the reason we do this is that if you imagine you find a penny every week of the year, is it 52, Mr. Producer, or 54? 52. 52. So you've got 52p in the first year. Well, in that first year, in that first month, you're 1p more richer. In that second month, you're 2p more richer, etc., etc. In your end of your year, you're 52p more richer, and by 4 years, you're £2 something. Hang on, let me just figure out. So 52, 104, 208. So you're over £2, so £2.08 richer. Now that isn't an awful lot, but there's places in the world, places like Thailand, where you can eat on that money. There's places that you can, you know, even if you choose to go to something like the pound shop, you still got 2 more items than you would have had if you hadn't picked up those pennies. So what I want to say to you, Neelam, is it's about saving pennies. It's about being grateful for the little things you receive in life from the universe, because you've been asking very strongly of them. And instead of focusing on, I don't know whether it's something to do with the car, because they've just shown me a car, but instead of focusing on that which you're really desiring with great depth, you know, the big picture, be grateful and thankful for all the little things. And as the little things grow, the bigger things grow. So I keep my pennies in my pot because it's my magical abundance. Ever since I've done that, I haven't had a day when I haven't had money. So I'm not saying I'm rolling in it, but I'm comfortable. Whereas in the past, there used to be a time when I'd run out of money. So I'm not sure whether that's my magic, my pot, my manifestation, my behaviors, but this is what I want to bring to you. So this is your spiritual practice, my darling. I am thankful for the wealth I have, not through possessions, but through friendships, good health, and my spirit guides. So it's just saying that you've got a lot of things you want in life and need in life. Sorry, want and need are 2 different words, aren't they? There's a lot of things you need in life already there for you. And the more you pay appreciation and thanks and pay attention to these things, the bigger the things are going to be. You may want to, can I suggest, Neelam, that you read The Little Prince? Have I got, give me one moment. Let me see if I've got the book. 1 minute. Wait a minute. There it is. I've just got it for you. I had to get it because I can't pronounce the name. There you go. Oh, hang on. See if you can zoom. Can you zoom in, or is it too? Okay. So I can spell the name for you because it's French. So it's Antony, A-N-T-O-N, sorry, A-N-T-O-I-N-E, D, as in D-E, and it's Saint, SAINT hyphen EXUPERY. It's a very, very famous French book. It's a children's story. And I absolutely believe that the answers to pretty much life, the universe and everything are within this book. I recommend it to everyone. Absolutely beautiful story. It's got so many morals. It's got so many sort of things which are teaching you in a very subtle way. But I do recommend it. I feel that this would help you to appreciate the small things. So I can't guarantee it, but I would recommend. I think you can get it from Amazon and other booksellers about £3, £2.50. It's a really cheap book. Absolutely brilliant book. Okay, let's see if I can get you. Oh, I think it's going to disappear. No, I disappeared. Bye. It's like a magic trick. Oh, hocus pocus, diddly docus. No, it's not working now. Oh, that's not fair, is it? I want it to work. There you go. I've gone. Magic trick. And I'm back again. Now I know how David Copperfield did it. I'm in a dark night of the souls situation these days. We have to pull yourself out, darling, by connecting yourself with light workers, with people who have that light that will shine your light even brighter, because I know it's still there, darling. I do know that it's still there. Okay, but just try The Little Prince. Try it. It's a beautiful story. It's got wonderful images. It's funny, it's happy, it's sad, it's so much within it. I can't recommend it higher. So if anyone's stuck for a book, it's only short. It's got I've got loads of books I haven't read. Yeah. So about 90 pages, 88, 90 pages. Strangely enough, the last few pages aren't numbered. See if I can find you a bit that I'd like to just share. Let's see. So it's got just see what we've got. So there's a little part here, so you can see the little prince here, and the asteroid. I didn't know what it was. It's a while since I've read it. So this little man, or this boy, meets this man and says, "My little man, where do you come from? What is this, where I live, of which you speak? Where do you want to take your sheep?" After a reflective silence, he answered, "The thing that is so good about the box you have given me is that at night he can use it as his house." "That is so, and if you are good, I will give you a string too, so that you can tie him during the day and post to tie him too." But the little prince seemed shocked by the offer. "Tie him? What a queer idea!" "But if you don't tie him," I said, he will wander off somewhere and get lost." My friend broke into another peal of laughter. "But where do you think he would go?" "Anywhere, straight ahead of him." Then the prince said earnestly, "That doesn't matter. Where I live, everything is so small." And with perhaps a hint of sadness, he added, "Straight ahead of him, nobody can go very far." So that's just an insight from the book. There's so much philosophy within it, and there's these two differences: there's a human and someone who's come from the other worlds that meet, and it's all their communication. It's just very, very beautifully done. I feel it will bring you a lot of joy, Neelam. Let me know. That would be lovely to know. Okay. Great. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. Very, very famous. They use it in a lot of literature, teaching. It's one of those books that you can, because I struggle with books because I've got such a vivid imagination that for me, I quite often think, well, I could have like made that more interesting or more pretty or more detailed. But this book, the way it's written is just, it's like someone describing all the emotions and feelings around the experience. So I suppose there's an element of teaching a little bit of understanding mediumship as well in it, but you'll see as the book goes on. It's a wonderful book. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Kerry. Hi, Alison. I'd like to read for Stace if she's still with us. I don't know. All right. Note it down for my granddaughter. Yeah, my daughter's, I've read it to her. I'll probably read it to her over Christmas, actually. That'd be quite a nice thing for us to do. And we can do some drawings from it because it's just so descriptive. I don't know whether it's got, I don't know whether it, I love this. This amuses me. I hope you can see it okay. The child that's in the book is talking about an elephant being eaten by a snake, and he draws this. So I'm hoping you can see it okay. It's basically a full elephant inside a snake. It cracks me up. It's just so beautifully, gently done. So just to give you the background, a pilot forced to land in the Sahara meets a prince. The wise and enchanting stories the prince tells of his own planet with its 3 volcanoes and a haunty flower are unforgettable. A strange and wonderful parable for all ages with superb illustrations by the author. Got there in the end. All right, so we got our Stace. Angels are often disguised as friends. Okay. All right. One thing I do want to say to Stace that really stands out very strongly at the moment is don't give all your power away, darling. The way we can help each other, the way we can share the love, the way we can share our words of wisdom and our spiritual understanding is beautiful, but don't give it all away. Okay, save a little bit of that energy for yourself, because I just see that they're showing me your batteries are draining and they just want you to give yourself, well, they're telling me that Sunday needs to be sacred. They're telling me Sunday needs to be for you. So it's up to you whether you want to take that. But they're saying about angels often disguised as friends. It's only in the most difficult time, oh, you're all my angels. You're our angels too, darling. I'm so proud of you, Stace. It's wonderful watching you bloom and grow and do all these wonderful things. Sometimes when things feel quite difficult or times are uncomfortable, the most unusual or most unexpected people come out of the woodwork to help you. An example for myself is that I've been supporting a friend whose home burnt, and hopefully I can give her that little bit of feeling. I can't make it things better. I can't put a plaster it. I can't feel how she feels, but I can try and improve things. And I feel this is very much with you, Stacey, but I feel that someone around you is working in this way as well. There's some feeling that someone's giving you things and you want to give back, okay? Now, not everything in life is about giving and receiving as an exchange. For example, there's been situations where someone I know said they needed something and I've got it in the house. I'm not using it. I don't have any need for it. So I've just stuck it in the post and sent it to them. Well, I don't expect anything back. Sunday is family day. Absolutely. I don't expect anything back. So when people give you things, Stacey, I want you to take on the idea that it's not always about giving something back. That saying thank you, that smiling, that real appreciation of what someone's given you is enough. Because what can happen, and I've experienced this very much with my mother, but what can happen is you end up, someone gives you something because they want to. So you might have said, I need a new notebook, I've run out of notebooks, and they've gone in their cupboard and they found this beautiful notebook which they've had for 20 years in the cupboard, and they've gone, Stacey, please have this notebook, and you've gone, oh, thank you so much, I must give you something back. And then you rummage in your house for something, but actually it's a case of they're giving it with free will. They're giving it because they want to support what you're doing. Okay, so if we keep giving back all the time, so for instance, Stacey, let's see as an example that I'm giving you a reading, and Stacey does her own readings and poetry herself. She's fantastic at what she's doing and blooming so beautifully. But if you were then to give me a reading back, and then I felt I had to give you a reading back, we'd just be in a loop of doing readings forever, because there's no way to end, because you get to a point where you've given and given and given and given and given and given and given. And like, how do you end? Who ends? So it's about accepting things, knowing your worth, knowing that you can have nice things, knowing you have good friends, knowing you can trust your friends, and just being humble and grateful. So just cheers, that's really lovely. Thank you so much for thinking of me. You know, all of these little things, even comments on your posts, just accept that it's a gift. Someone's just saying, I love what you do. And there isn't a contrived nature in this. I've had, throughout my life, I have people doubt my intentions because I give very freely, but I only give what I can either afford or what I don't want. I don't give away, you know, I don't have my most favourite thing, like say, I don't know, say these new deck of cards are like my new, like most favourite thing in the house. If someone said, oh, I'd like those, they're really nice, I wouldn't necessarily just give them to them. But if they're, which they'll probably be at some point, a deck of cards that I don't really use that much, I might feel, well, someone else really needs this message. Someone else really needs to receive this. So I want you to pull back a little bit. I'd like you to organise your time, not because you're not organised, but because I feel that you're being diluted in your energy because you're spread out so many places. So I want you to focus in on where you're going to promote yourself from a route. So like I have my page, you have your page, the groups you're in, try and stick with one group or one page and share into those groups rather than working all the different places, because what will happen is the different owners of those groups don't see all the work you're doing in the other groups because they're closed groups, and they may feel, oh yeah, well, you know, Stace did a brilliant job this week, we'll invite her next week, and you end up with so many invites, which is such a blessing. You know, it really is. But you get to a point where you then have to say, I can't do it, and then it deflates you because you're such a giver. So what I'm saying is rein things back a bit. Make a plan of maybe like one day I'm going to do my poetry work, one day I'm going to do my reading work. I'm seeing, and I've seen this a lot lately, a lot of people are doing daily cards. Now, if you do daily cards, it means you're in spiritual energy. It means you're working, whether you get paid or not, you are working for spirit every single day, and that is too much. So I'd like to give you the suggestion of making a plan, sticking to it, and really holding, even if you turn your Facebook off on a Sunday, it's really important, Stacey. It's so overwhelming, so overwhelming. I had people message me on Friday night and I said, sorry, I'm closed till Monday, and I'll message them later. But it can get too much, and it is quite a lovely buzz giving to people. It is something we can get hooked into. And I just think it's really important. Your work is no less out there, no less important, no less shown, because Facebook, if you post every single day too many times, they will stop your work being shown anyway. But it's no less important or out there if you take a day completely off. And that means no supporting friends. That means no sharing out posts. That means no going on to see what people are feeling like. It means time away for Stacey. Time away for if you want to do your colouring, if you want to play with your children. I think you've got one child actually. But, you know, all of these things, it's really, really important. You need to learn no. No is the magic word, but you don't have to say no aggressively. You can say no, thank you very much. My employer, when I dropped down to 3 days a week, she turned around to me and she's very sneakily managed to get me working more again, which I'm still quite quandering how she's done that. But anyway, she turned around to me and said, oh, because you're only working 3 days a week, if there's any chance you could work extra shifts on any of those days at any time, it would be really beneficial and helpful for me. And I had to take a really deep breath and say, I'm really sorry, but I'd rather not. And it was hard to say, but I had to hold those boundaries because I can't do my teaching on a Monday, my SPTV, my mediumship events I'm doing with various mediums, my charity events I'm doing on Fridays, and a 3-day-a-week job, and then give some more. It's just, there's no space left. So I really want to bring you that word no. And actually my shaman teacher, one of the first, I think my third lesson was learning the power of the word no, and it's okay to say it. As children, we're told not to say no, but we are grown adults. We are personally responsible for what we do and what we do with our time. Your energy will be far stronger. Your magic, your personal power will be far stronger if you take some time out for you, because you'll end up with burnout, my love, and I don't want you to be in that position. Neither do your spirit team. Dear, this is your ultimate spiritual practice of gratitude. Dear something, thank you for being a part of my life. I am so cherished to have you. And there's a name there or a word there. I am so grateful for you, to you for something this year. So dear something, thank you for being a part of my life. I am so cherished to have you. I am so grateful to you for this year. Maybe Stacey, you would like to put that into a poem, because that's what they're just telling me, that you could maybe craft that into an intentional poem. Could even use the idea of talking about boundaries, because that at the end of the day, yes and no is boundaries. And if you consider your pendulum will say yes and no, your spirit team will certainly say yes and no. It's absolutely fine to say no, thank you very much. You don't have to say it with unkind words, but you do have to save some energy for you. The other thing I found when I was developing and sort of becoming into the personal public space is that people felt that I was being owned, which is something I can't stand. It's my absolute, it's the biggest thing you can do to push me away, is make me feel owned. I can't do it. But it must be psychic anyway. And I just think it's, oh, where was I going? Give me back, go back. Yeah, I just had so many people. I had people inboxing me, give me a reading. I want a reading. I had people messaging me saying, when are you coming back on to do this, that and the other? And, you know, you have to have your professional boundaries. And your professional boundaries are, you work when you choose. You make a informed choice. If you feel tired, if you feel unwell, cancel. Look after you, because your human vessel is very important for your spiritual work. Okay, hope that made some sense for you, Stacey. I really wish you so much love and you know, good fortune with things going forward. And just make sure that you don't feel all right, I will quote from my own Instagram. Okay, there's a fine line between feeling used and useful. I feel this resonates with you right now. Okay, lots and lots of love there. And thank you for my readings you've given me, Stacey. So I'd like to introduce what's on this evening. So this evening you've got the lovely Matt and Kirsty Grogan. Don't know why I couldn't say their name. Live mediumship and oracle card readings whilst answering your spiritual questions at 8 p.m. I've been doing trance mediumship with our Kirsty, and we've got quite a nice rapport. So unfortunately, I can't make it because I've got students, but it will be an amazing, amazing show. Ask away your questions. There might be some things that you thought, well, that's a bit strange. Just ask them away. I asked them if they believed in fairies, and the answer was quite amazing. So that's 8 p.m. on Spiritual Psychics TV. We have a private trance demonstration. Talking of trance, well, you'll get me and Kirsty doing it next year. Got Polly Harnett and Leah Tube, and they're doing a trance demonstration, which is a paid-for event. Non-patrons is £10, patrons is £8, and angel member patrons is £5. You can see the PayPal Me SPTV live on the screen. You will then be sent a Zoom password and details through an email. It's a private event. If you've never seen a trance demonstration mediumship, it's going to be incredible. If you've seen one before, it's still going to be incredible. It needs to be in a sacred, safe space, so it will be a private event. And that's Sunday, the 6th of December. So it's not, yes, this Sunday coming. This Sunday coming. Yes, so my mind must be psychic. I love that. I love that. So thank you so much for being with me. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring through some messages from my spiritual team and your spiritual team. You can find me if you look up at Indigo's Oracle. I'm all over the place. I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant, and it's been an absolute pleasure working for Spiritual Psychics TV. Like I said, catch Matt and Kirsty later at 8 o'clock. For now, I'm going to go and make a brew and some tea for my family. But it's been just a lovely heart feeling moment. I hope the heart chakras really warmed your soul. And just never forget, it's not about the messenger, it's always about the message. Stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.